Hey everybody, Kevin here. Welcome back to another episode of Woodworking with Mr. Kevin. Today what we're going to do is we're going to build ourselves a little light bar for my bathroom remodel. So in today's video what we're going to do is we're going to turn this piece of 2.5 inch quarter sawn red oak into a frame that's going to go around this thing here. This is a piece of scrap I've had laying around forever. I've planed it to 3/4 of an inch. I've sanded it. I'm going to put a 1/4 inch round over on the front. We're going to miter this whole thing using the chop saw right here. And we're going to put a dado in it, and we're going to put some 1/4 inch sapele in here. So it'll be kind of like a flat panel in there, and we'll put this inside of it. Screw that in from the inside. I'll rewire everything up. I'll get longer screws here. We'll mount that to the wall like it used to be. And then we have little bolts that are going to go on the end, and we'll just kind of bolt it on there and done. And hopefully I get the wiring right and don't blow up my house. When I don't have any work, I fidget. I'm a fidgeter. That's why you need to start this website that you're all going to help me with, and hopefully you all already typed in some comments and helped me out there, which I'll probably get to shortly. Making stuff like this I can do all day long. I don't have to drive anywhere where it costs me $50 just to go to Eureka and back. I can stay here and work all day and build all sorts of cool things and sell them to all of you out there. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna miter this on the chop saw. We're gonna go all the way around with the grain. So we're gonna go 20 inches and then whatever this size is, I can't remember what it's gonna be, and then 20 inches and then another size like that. Whatever's left over, we're gonna use as a stain sample, and that's what we're gonna do. I need to get a new small router. This thing is just beat and bent and it's 400 years old. I know there's people out there who like battery operated routers, and I kind of think it would be good too. I just don't know how long they last. I'm gonna go with this side out. I'm gonna write out on it. O-U-T, O-U-T. Why am I doing it so many times? Because when I cut this, it just makes life easier when you know what side's out. That way your grain matches. So now we're going to sand this with 150 by hand. And there it is. All right, so here's how we're going to do this. Crap. Oh. Okay, this side's out, correctamundo. Oh, yes, sir. So that means we got to flip this around this way, or we got to cut it upside down. The other thing I need is I made something to hold this up.
Look at all this crap down here.
You can get this stuff at kevinmakescrap.com. How about that one? We use that one, Kevin Makes Crap. So when you have a small shop, you have to use small stands like this to help hold your wood up and keep it flat on the table. This side's out. What we're going to do is we're going to cut this side face down. We're going to make a couple inches bigger than this. I think this is 18 or something. So we're just going to go point to point, outside point to outside point. We're just going to go 20 inches. So I'm just going to come here like this and put a mark. Okay, so the first cut we did face down. Now this one we're going to cut face up like this, and the face is actually going that way. So it might blow out a little bit, but we'll see how it goes. And there it is. 20 on the money. 20 on the money, honey. So our next cut is going to be not another long one. It's going to be the short one. Okay, and that's what we got to figure out next. I didn't figure that part out because I wasn't thinking about it. Now I'm thinking about it. I'm going to figure it out. All right, there we go. How big is that? 4 1/4. How big is this? Almost 4 1/4. Let's just make it 5. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back, I'm going to cut this, coming back towards me. Just flip it around. We'll line the point up with the point. Okay, that's the outside here. Got this outside here. That grain matches going around the corner. Now we're going to go 5. Okay, I got that marked, and I'm going to go to that point and come across this way. You see that? I got that marked. I'm going to cut the outside of the line. Didn't move the chop saw once, did I? I don't think so. The outside is now out here. Now we're just gonna come like this here and get it right on the line. Boop. We're gonna hold it there. And here we go. That's 5 inches though, right on the money. You see the angle that it's on it there? This is gonna be a 20-inch cut. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the inside point here. I'm gonna cut that way because this is the outside. When we get done, I'm gonna lay them out and you can see the grain continuously running through all of it. All right, so I'm gonna flip this upside down. I'm gonna cut that off. There's the outside, it says out. And we're gonna go 20 inches to the point to point. And then we're almost done. 20 inches. Come across with my little square and just put a line right there. There's 20 and we come across this way. Okay, got it marked there. We're not moving the chop saw. The chop saw is gonna stay right where it is. We're gonna cut to the outside of the line over here. I got my double glasses on so I could see better. Okay, that was a little long. I must have moved it a little bit. Looks pretty good. Another thing you can do is you take point to point, you can put them together like this. They're exactly the same, which is good. Now we're gonna do this. We're gonna go the opposite cut of that, right? So we're gonna take this, flip it upside down and backwards, cut this backside off. And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're gonna go to 5 inches, like that, that's 5. Okay, I'm gonna do the opposite of what this is. Got my little mark right there. I'm gonna cut to the outside of the line. We haven't moved this the entire time, we just left it there. All we're doing is flipping the piece over and back, and over and back, and over and back. Ooh, that one I moved. The saw moved. Oh, and it's big too. Okay, so this is the extra piece we're gonna use for stain samples. This one we're gonna go back and cut like this because it kind of got pulled into the saw a little bit. That felt better. Look, I got my own bifocals. I'm gonna sell you these bifocals like this. We're gonna sell 2 for the price of 1. Oh no, see, I'm already losing money. This one looks like it's still just skosh long. Put them together like this, lay them down. Yeah, they look pretty good. Just don't do this because they won't be the same. Those 2 look pretty good. You don't have to move your saw back and forth a billion times, cut over here, then cut over here, cut over here. All you gotta do if you're doing simple things like this and not doing crown molding, is just flip the damn thing upside down and flip it right side up. You don't have to move it at all. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do now. This one's left over, so we're gonna put on the special mark.
XTRA.
XTRA. That way we know this is scrap. Now we're just gonna match the grain together. All the roundovers go out also, right? Got that 1/8 inch roundover. Put the 1/8 inch roundover going towards you guys there. We're gonna do the turbo cleanup here in a minute. For all of you who have never seen it, this is the turbo cleaner. It works good. There's a whole video about it over here. See, I'm already selling crap. All right, so I got it all lined up, right?
A few moments later.
I had a special senior moment. I'm gonna take some pictures. I'm gonna show you what the grain looks like. That's these 2. There's that one, and there's the end. I'll put the pictures up here and you can see the grain carries through. So when we go to build this, what we're gonna do is just gonna put glue in the joints. We're gonna tape them up and flip them all together. I'll demonstrate using blue tape. I'm gonna tape this together. Then we're gonna figure out what our panel needs to be that's gonna be inside there. This is the same way we're gonna glue it up, but I'm not gonna use blue tape, I'm gonna use packing tape. Because packing tape is definitely stronger. So basically that's that. Trying to hold them both at the same time, I'm kind of dumb.
Danger.
All right, so there's the old one, and here's the new one. Now we just gotta put a panel in this guy, and we should be good to go. So next thing I'm gonna do after this, I'm gonna go get a panel. Let's figure out the size of the panel right now. Okay, let's do it. So the inside is like 3 5/8. And we're gonna make sure we're right, and we're gonna use our calipers, because sometimes I can't read crap with a shush kebabs, and I still can't. This is where I had to break out the Myron glasses. So the interior of this is 3 5/8. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna add 5/16 to both sides, which equals 5/8. We're gonna do it on the calculator. 3.625 is 3 5/8. There's a whole video on what smart people know and what dumb people don't. And then what we're gonna do is add 5/16 to both sides, 0.625, 4 1/4. I'm gonna write that down, 4 1/4. Now we're gonna measure this, 18 5/8. That's a lot of 5/8 going on there. 18.625, right? And then we're gonna add 5/8 to that, equals 19 1/4. So our panel will be 4 1/4 by 19 1/4. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna come in probably, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch, and then we're gonna dado whatever that panel thickness is all the way around, and then we're gonna fit it in there and we're gonna glue it up. It's gonna be amazing. And then tomorrow what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to put slip feathers in here, and we're probably gonna put, I don't know, I could probably put 3 in there. Two little ones and a big one. That'd be awesome, wouldn't it? Practice on here. 2 1/4. All right, so we're gonna go 2.25. Now, there's 3 feathers that we wanna put in there. So those 3 feathers, we have to divide it by 4. Here's why you divide it by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. 3 pieces, 4 spaces, you divide it by 4. So we're gonna take 2.25, we're gonna divide it by 4. That's 9/16. So the center of every feather is at 9/16. Okay, so we set our square to 9/16. Then put a mark. Gonna take it on the other side, put a mark on the other side too. And then what we're gonna do, find the dead center, is we're gonna multiply 9/16 times 2. That'll give us 2 of those, and it's 1 1/8. So then you set your square to 1 1/8, and then you put a mark. Okay, then you got that. So that is the center of the table saw blade. And then we're gonna cut these, and these are gonna slide right in place. We're gonna do this to every single corner on this thing right here. It doesn't look very big, but it's gonna be cool. All right, so what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna go get some stain. I'm gonna try to figure out what stain looks the best. And we'll probably see you guys tomorrow because I haven't eaten yet, and it's 4:15. And by the time I eat and get back out here, it'll be dark, and I'm afraid of the dark. Hello, As I was editing this, I realized that I forgot to explain slip feathers because this light box is getting slip feathers on all of the corners. So first I'm going to show you some slip feathers. Put them right here. These are jewelry boxes with slip feathers on the corners, just like I'm going to do to this box right here. I don't know why people call them slip feathers, and this is how you make them. First you take yourself a nice rip blade, and the reason you use a rip blade is because they have square teeth. And you definitely want to use a square tooth blade because if you're alternating tooth blades or whatever other triple chip blade you have is going to leave little W marks in there and you're going to see them. So what we do next is we rip a piece of, I'm going to use sapele so it matches this, right? What I did is I ripped this at an 1/8 inch on the table saw. I started at a fat 1/8 and I kind of worked my way down until I can actually get it to fit. So this should fit in here nice and snug. So when you slide it into a freshly cut 1/8 inch kerf, it should fit in there nice and snug. If it doesn't fit in the saw curve at all, then rip it again just a little bit, just nudge it in until it fits. Okay, so it'll be in there snugly. You're gonna glue it in place, but you don't want it loosey-goosey. You want it in there to be as snug as possible because it'll look beautiful. All right, now that we know how to lay out everything, I think I'm gonna stop the video right here because I'll be editing this for the next 6 years if I don't get it done now. And in the next video, what we're gonna do is we're gonna show you how to actually build the feather jig, and then we're gonna cut the box and lay everything out. Hopefully I don't screw that up. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna glue in all the slip feathers, show you how I cut them out on the bandsaw. We'll sand them down, we'll stain everything up, put a couple coats of finish on it, and we're gonna put the electronics in it, and we're gonna go hang it in the bathroom. So I actually will have a light when I go pee, and I'll stop peeing in the tub. Oh my goodness. Well, there we go. So we'll see in a couple days when the next video is edited. And thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Thanks for all the advice on website building and names. I've got 2 secured now. When we get the website up, we're gonna have like a website party. Things are moving. We're at the bottom of the barrel. We'll kind of climb our way out of it, you know, and it takes time and it takes a lot of energy and it takes money, which I don't really have at the moment, but we're gonna get there one way or the other. And pretty soon we'll be selling stuff on the website and building things and having more videos. All right, everybody, well, thanks for watching. You have an awesome day. Go outside and play, hug somebody you love. Be safe out there, and I'll see you next time right here on Woodworking with Mr. Kevin. That's me. And how should we go out today? Let's go out today by smashing the camera. Ready? That would really suck because that lens costs $800. Woo! See ya.
Subscribe now.
Check out the winter wonderland here in McKinleyville. Lived here 30 years and it's never snowed like this. Yay. Have an awesome day.